Good morning, guys. Or good afternoon and good evening. All right. What's happening, guys? So we got ZCMD. Currently in a downtrend. I don't like these current wicks, but just drawing the trend here, identify what's going on. This is your demand zone around here. So this demand zone. Hello, everybody. Hello. Right, so I'm just trying to get a setup here on ZCMD. If there's a downtrend break, that is possible entries. Personally, I would wait for around 250. Yeah, so 250, so like this. So if it breaks above, right, like this, like that's what you expect to happen. So we'll leave this here and see what it does do. Put this in blue, I guess. So we can wait for that. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Clocks have changed. So now the market opens in Dubai at, well, pre-market opens in Dubai now at 12. So lunchtime here, like 12 p.m. So now it is currently 4:42 p.m. So market opens at 5:30 instead of 6:30. Lucy, nothing on Lucy. I don't like this play. I'm gonna delete it. Sub $1 play. MD AI, nothing on this. Can just draw the support level around here, 177. SGLY is breaking below support. This is coming even lower. So now that it's pulling back, right, this is the next clean area of support, meaning that it's probably going to pull back to here, unless it breaks this downtrend. But no reason to enter now. I know this isn't your kind of stock, but thoughts on SVMH? So for me, it looks like a pump and dump. It's very clear to see because every time it runs up, it comes straight down, up, down. It's run up, come down, run up, come down, run up, come down, run up, come down. Now same thing, run up and down. There is no bullish action on this at all. For me, I don't know. I would just avoid this. So there's nothing really going on with this. It's really just consolidating like this. If I was to consider anything on this, I would have to wait for like a break above this level, which is all the way up here, 0.38. Safe entries are above here because every time it gets here, it's rejecting, right? So you want a high probability setup. There is no high probability on this setup unless it breaks 0.38. You can even put 0.40 if you want to. What's going on with ADVM? I have no idea. So ADVM, we're on the 4 hour. We can see identify area of support. Here is your most recent support. Where is your resistance? Where has there been the most rejections? Around here. So 218, we can move to around here, 220. Now let's identify the trend. I think it's very clear and easy to see the trend, and that is it. It's in a bearish trend. Therefore, it is in a downtrend. You do not want to take trades in a downtrend. Why? Because there's a high probability it will keep going down. If it pulls back to the support level, maybe you could look for entries. If I was to look for any kind of entry, I would have to wait for a trendline break. Safe entries would be above 220. But at the moment, nothing really on this. Nothing really on that, unfortunately. SGD. So SGD, same thing with this. Very simple, right? I do the same thing. I go to a larger time frame to identify what is actually going on. We've identified that this area, $1, okay, so 102, we can just put $1, is your psychological support. It is holding this level at the moment. Your resistance is around here because every time it gets this level, it's rejected. So 143 is your area of resistance. Now identify the trend. The trend is bearish, right? So that means you do not want to look for entries. If you want to, you could look for possible entries maybe on the lower $1 side, but for me, I would look for 143 break personally. That is when I would be interested in it. SOUN. SOUN is looking good. I think I put this on the watch list for today, right? So look, think about this. Remember, high probability setups. What is the probability, okay, if this breaks 628, is there a higher probability it's going to go up or it's going to go down, right? That means wait for this to break above this. You need a closure, a candle closure above, not a wick like that. That is not a closure above. That is a closure above, but we are waiting for the 628 break. If you get a candle closure above, there is a higher probability that the stock will go to 650 and then 675, right? Trying to enter now is a complete gamble and there's no high probability chance that it will go up, right? So you have to wait for confirmation. You can see every time it gets here, it's rejected. So yeah, 628 is your level you need to watch on this. So here's your $6 support. Here are your key levels on Sun. So watch 628 break. Why 628? Because that's a high. It's been resistance here previously as well. It is also a former runner and AI sector. So you can mark 628. So Sun, wait for 628 break. When I say wait for 628 break, it does not mean try and get in now. I know probably out of the 30 people we have here, I guarantee that I would say at least 15 people, half of you will probably try and get in now and try and get an early entry, and it might knife and come down, right? So yeah, up to you what you guys decide. So let's move it here. RE looks like a great setup. I personally didn't take this, but I expected it to do exactly what it's done, which is very easy. Trend line break here, and it's continued to go up. I don't count these 5 a.m. or 8 a.m. or 8 a.m. candle wicks. Identify area of support. Identify area of resistance. Identify the trend. There is no trend. What do we see here? It is consolidating. Therefore, this is a no trade range, meaning you do not buy or sell in this range. If it breaks above this, there is a higher probability it's going to go up. If it goes below this, there's a high probability it's going to come down, right? So there's buys above that. Then if it breaks above that, then you have room to 171. So wait for break above 107. 167, sorry. This is no trade zone. Everyone should understand what that means. It means do not buy within this range. Just gonna get called out. No trade range. Although I do like this setup and I'm expecting it to run, I would personally just wait for it to break above. For me personally, I need to wait for confirmation. Confirmation is key. JL is here. There's a China play, isn't it? JL is not. So same thing as always. Go to a larger time frame, 1 hour, 4 hour. Then we identify area support, which is around here, 186. We can use this, 185. Whatever color you decide, I like to use orange. Then we can, this is your main area of resistance, so we'll keep it here. But now we need to identify the trend. The trend is bearish. Therefore, you do not want to enter now because there's a higher probability it's going to keep going down, right? So you can either wait for a break above the trend line around this resistance level, so around 212. So higher risk entries here, safer entries above 243. Why do I say 243? It's extremely, extremely easy, right? Look, if this breaks above 243, where is the next resistance, right? We have all the way up to here, okay? There's clean room. But if you enter, okay, let's say for instance, if it breaks here and you enter 203, you only have room to here because this is your next resistance, okay? If this breaks above 212, there's a high probability it's going to go to 243, right? Because there's no real resistance in the way. Here's resistance here. So if this breaks above 212, that is where I would personally look for entries to 243. If you want safer entries, wait for 243 break to push to $3, right? That does not mean that it's going to go to $3 100%. Okay, there's no 100% chance of anything happening, but there's a higher probability that once it breaks this, that it will push to the upside, then go to the downside, right? That is it. Simple. Simple, 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 simple. Keep your trading simple, guys. Don't complicate it at all. No worries. This is literally the best college course. That's right. And you have it all on YouTube. It's saved there. It's saved. All of it is saved. So ZCMD, nothing on this yet. Guys, like up the stream. We have 20 people in here. And we only have 5 likes, 6 likes. So now this broke above. This was your confirmation for entries and then bang. Now we can identify the trend, right? There's a little bit choppy trend here, but we can just get clarification. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, so this is the trend. Every time it gets this trend, it is likely that it's going to push up, right? Where's your resistance? I would say around here, 270. So if it breaks above 270, there is a higher probability it's going to go to the upside, right? So you can wait for 270 break on RGLS. Guys, we are back on WAP. So if you want to join, I will mention it now because someone asked me earlier as well. RGLS. Wait for 270 break. So this is a very nice chart, RGLS. 270 break. Wait, what happened? Why did you say you? No worries, no worries, no problem, no problem. Yeah, guys, so look, if you want to join the Discord, okay, this is the link. I know we had PayPal, but now we're back onto WAP. So if you want to use Apple Pay or however, you can use that link there because I know most of you want to use that. The link is there for you to join if you want to. So click that link. We have some spots left for the month. So your steps are look at it, resistance, look for trend. Am I correct? So I mean, not for my entries to day trade. No, not to day trade. It's just to get an overall trend. So if you can't see, if we choose a stock that doesn't have much volume, like Bivy, for example, I don't know what's going on here, right? 5-minute chart, I don't know. So I will go to the 4-hour or 1 hour to identify what is the trend. Okay, so if I go into the 1 hour, it is clear, but if I go to the 4-hour, it's even more clear, right, of the actual trend. So I will use the 4-hour to identify the trend. If you use larger time frames like the 1 hour, 4-hour, daily, weekly, okay, I wouldn't use a daily and weekly for day trading, but 4-hour is enough. It just using a larger time frame just identifies the overall trend. Okay, if you're day trading, you do not enter on the 4-hour chart. Okay, you enter on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute. Maybe 15 minute, but I'm saying for this chart in general, okay, this chart in general, I will identify where's the area of support on the 4 hours. So 624 or 0.64. Then I'll identify an area of resistance, which is around here. Okay, so previous support is now resistance. So we have this level here, and then identify the trend, right? You don't really need to draw this because it's clear as day, but here is your trend. So overall on this stock, there is low volume. It's in a downtrend. it is at area support, but there is a higher probability that it's going to keep going down than go up, right? That's it. So if you're looking at something with higher volume, like for instance, MRAI, okay, here is your 5-minute chart. This is what day traders use, a 5-minute chart to look for entries, okay? So same thing applies. Here's my area of support on the 5-minute. Here is my area of resistance, okay? And then my next area of resistance is all the way up here, right? There's clean room to the upside. So if this closes above 211, there's a higher probability the stock is going to push to the upside than to the downside. At the moment, there is a higher probability it's going to go down because it is at resistance, right? So you have to wait. So if you're trying to look for an entry on this MDAI, for example, you need a closure above, right? If you got something like this, right, that is a wick above, right? This candle here is a wick above. Therefore, that is not a confirmation of a break. If you got something like this, where there's a break above this candle, right, that is confirmation that it is more likely to push to the upside, right? The reason why I have this level is because we can use this level here as well, but I mean, yeah, you can use 209 if you want to. It doesn't really matter, 209 or 210, it does like 1 cent difference. But wait for break above this, a candle closure above, then you can look for entries, right? You have to wait for that extra confirmation, then you'll be good. Right, SGLY looks like it's trying to reverse. So here's the 5 minutes. Okay, so what we can identify here is we can clear this trend line and we can first identify where is the last area of support here, right? Meaning if it breaks below, it's going to keep going down, right? So we have an area of support, an area of resistance, which is around here. Okay, 529. And then we have to identify the trend. The trend is bearish, right? So, but we need to see this might be a falling wedge. So this is actually turning bullish. So we've identified that this is a strong area of support now because we have a huge bullish engulfing candle here indicating that price is more likely to push up than down, right? Volume is coming in. Off $4, right? 403 is support here, but you can use $4 as a psychological level, which I like to use. So you can use $4 as your psychological level. So if you use this, right, in confluence with basically the support of this wedge, which is here, okay? So support of wedge, a psychological support, $4, and strong bullish engulfing candle, there's a high indication that this will push to the upside rather than down, right? So this is your current setup at the moment for SGLY. So if you did enter this trade, your stop loss would have to be just below $4. So SGLY, possible breakout on this. People always ask me, where do you enter within the wedge? I always enter inside of the wedge. I don't enter on the breakout. I don't enter at resistance. I enter inside of the wedge. Why am I going to enter something that is expected to break out? So meaning why would I enter here, okay, if it breaks out and it runs to here and make 12% when I could enter somewhere around here and make from 12% to 30%, right? So that is all, right? This is a bullish reversal pattern, meaning the price should break out. Should does not mean 100%. There is nothing that is 100% chance of going up, but there is a higher probability of entering a trade like this than trying to enter something at resistance, right? Learn the chart patterns. You don't need to know everything. I only know a few of them because that is what works for me. To be honest, the less you know, it's better in my opinion, because if you try and know everything at once, you're going to be trying to incorporate everything at once and it just gets you stuck. And then you're going to not want to enter because it's below VWAP, because the RSI hasn't the RSI is overbought or oversold, whatever it is, right? And you, by the time you're trying to get in your trade, it's either already ran or you've just missed it, right? So it's really just looking for a few pointers and then getting in your trade. This is a bullish setup. You are in demand zone here. We can use this whole thing as a demand zone. So like that. This is your 5-minute demand zone. So as long as it holds this 153, you should be fine. I personally do like this setup a lot. It's a top mover this morning. Right, so this is a channel down pattern. It is a bullish sharp pattern. It's not bearish. So you're expecting price to push up. So this is a bullish setup. So if you notice something logically, right? This is holding now into open an area of support. This demand zone is basically just a zone of support, right? So instead of having something like that align as support, right, which most people know, a demand zone is just a zone of where it is support. Okay, it just gives you a larger area and able to identify where the overall support level is. Okay, because usually what happens is if the stock goes below here, people are going to freak out and think that it's going to keep going down when there is still probability until it holds this 151, right? Tiger is going to buy a mansion. That's right. Going to buy a mansion, 20-bedroom mansion. So NUKK looks good. ZCMD, nothing on this. RGLS looks very, very bullish. So now if I'm looking at this chart, I want to see what the next levels are if it breaks 270. So I'll go to a larger time frame like the 4 hour. Okay, so it looks like this is, I don't really know how far I'm gonna go. So look, so we have room to, these are your next levels on this, right? It's a bit far, but it's fine. 298 is your next level, and then 314, right? And then if that breaks there, we'll just figure out some new levels after that. But this is your levels on ZCMD. These are your levels here. So if it breaks above 270, then you have room to 318. So ZCMD, nice setup into open, right? So why do I say that? Because it's in a steady uptrend, bullish, 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 although it needs to close above 270 to consider anything. Trying to enter now is a gamble, because if you enter now, it can still come down an extra 11%, but if you wait for it to close above this, right, then there is a high probability you'll make a nice 6 to 10%. Right, CLRO. So this level, it broke this level, but nothing really going on with this. So this is your support. Right, so this chart here, how do we do it? We have an area of support, which is here, 146. Okay, and then we have resistance, which is around here, 183. What is this? Yeah, 182, 183. We can just keep this here, purple. And then right now, okay, there is no trend. At the moment, it is just consolidating. So for now, we have to wait. Remember what I said. You want to take high probability setups. The probability of this going up, we don't know. The probability of going down, we don't know. So why are we going to try and gamble and hope that it's going to go up when we don't know for certain, right? So no trade zone, meaning if it breaks above this level, then you can look for entries. But now we have to wait. It sucks. I know we want to get in before everyone else, but we have to wait. Confirmation is king. Here is your levels. So here is your no trade zone. So CLRO, CLRO. So if you don't see a trend, just identify that as consolidating. No trade zone. All right. Okay, I see a few of you have joined. Welcome for the Discord. Welcome. The live trading link will be sent out in like 15 minutes or so, just before open. It's just a Google Meets link, so that will be sent out then. I basically just do exactly what I'm doing now, but I just give my setups, entries, stop loss, all that kind of stuff is given in the Discord. Pre-market setups many times not continuing to open. Yeah, a lot of them do. A lot of them do. So all of these setups are here that I like, but I don't like to enter it open because, right, although I might have a good entry here, okay, for instance, if I get in here for now, there is a probability it can go up, okay, but it can also wick all the way down to say 10% and then push up. I don't want to be in that risk where there's a probability of it coming down. I want to take a higher probability setup where there is a higher chance that it will rather push up than go down. So that is what I would like to do. So for instance, SGLY, right? I like this setup. I'm expecting this to break out, but I'm not going to try and gamble and try and get in now because at market open, it's very volatile. For me today personally, and I know Hassi is as well, and the rest of the Discord, we are all trading with 50% trade size. So if we usually go in with $1,000 in our trade, okay, all I do is I'm just going to trade with $500, right? Yes, it sucks. I want to make $1 million a day. I want to make money. I do. Everyone does. Okay. But if you want to be in this for the long run and you want to be consistent and disciplined, you have to do it, right? It's just one day. It's only one day out of the market, out of the month that we have to do this. Well, two with FOMC. But when days like CPI, it's very difficult. Okay. So that's why I personally will be trading with 50% trade size. So if I normally go with $1,000, I'll be trading with 500. And then all I do is I keep my same stop loss. I keep my same first target. Nothing will change in that sense. But maybe today I will sell maybe 90% of my position at my first target rather than selling only 50% of my first target, right? My goal today isn't to make $1 million. It's really just to trade setups that I like. And if I lose 2 trades in a row, I will be done for the day, right? Discipline is key. If I was my choice to trade today, I would not trade at all, right? It's only one day. It's not the end of the world. CLRA looks very good. NUKK, I like this one. I'm expecting this to run it open. MDAI looks great as well. So MDAI is just hovering around this support level here. So we can even use this. We can use this as a demand zone if we want to. So right here. So we see it pull back into this demand zone as well. But that is it. Part of the Discord. Yes, Lollipop, bro. Let's go. Let's go. No good setups today. There's lots of good setups. There's loads of good setups. All of these are great setups, but we just have to wait for today. That's all. So look for possible wick at the open. I mean, yeah, that's what if you're looking for demand zone, yeah, that's what you want to look for. But right now, nothing now, no. I'm going to just be patient. So MBA is setting up for open as well. All right, I'm going to head into the Discord. So this is setting up for open. Right. I am going to head into the Discord. Here is the link. I know there's a few of you that have joined. The live trading link will be sent out in like 10 minutes. I will catch you all in there. Thanks for joining, guys. I appreciate it. If you can do me a favor before you leave, just like the stream. It is free. And subscribe if you haven't. We are starting the new... this MDA is moving. We're starting the new series that Hassi's posting. So make sure you're YouTube following that, subscribe so you can get the updates on that. But have a great day, guys. Members, I will see you in a minute. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.